Spring comes late here. Winter lingers until April. A seedling of the Tangqiong spruce breaks through the ice and enters the world. The Tangqiong lives in the virgin forests of the Nanjia Bawa Peak area, the highest point in the southeastern Tibetan plateau. With winter's departure, the highest forest in the world is about to welcome the warm, humid front from the Indian Ocean. The Tangqiong dances in the westerly breeze. Tangqiong is a Tibetan name for the seedling of a spruce tree. While other trees reveal their age through growth rings, the spruce grows a new branch every year. This Tangqiong has 3 branches, meaning it is 3 years old. The 3-year-old Tangqiong is only a dozen or so centimeters tall, while spruces nearby are more than 60 meters tall. These spruce trees live on the high plateau of southeastern Tibet, between 2,800 and 3,800 meters above sea level. The tallest of them is 70 meters high and 2 meters in diameter. It's dark inside the forest. It is, after all, the densest spruce forest in the world. A distance of just a few meters separates the trees here, and as a result, each hectare of forest has approximately 3,000 cubic meters of timber. The forest lies just below the alpine meadow. The meadow, as it extends upwards, reaches areas that are permanently covered in ice and snow. A river flows past the spruces, the Brahmaputra. When the river finds its course blocked by the eastern Himalayas, it turns northwards. Heat and moisture from the Indian Ocean travel along the canyon, turning it into the warmest and most humid place on the plateau. The Tibetan Plateau, or the roof of the world, is in fact the youngest region on Earth. 60 million years ago, it was an area of plains, but through several convulsions of the Earth's crust, Nanjia Bawa was forced upwards at a rate of 3 centimeters a year, eventually to become the highest peak in southeastern Tibet. The weather is becoming warmer, and a waterfall descends from Nanjia Bawa, eventually to flow into the virgin forest. At the sight of the mist, a golden eagle leaves its nest. The golden eagle's sudden dive terrifies the Tibetan snowcocks. They flee to Niguo Temple deep inside the forest. Niguo in Chinese means crown, and this temple is very rare, standing, as it does, at an altitude of 5,000 meters. The mist passes over Niguo Temple and carries on deeper into the forest. At the base of the Tangjiong, the thick moss absorbs water from the mist. The mist softens the cutin layer on the Tangjiong's needles. The stomas slowly open and breathe in the humid atmosphere. The spruce's stomas, located in its needles, open and close according to changes in the environment. They open to breathe in humid conditions, and they close to save water when it's dry. The mist gradually disperses. Spring comes at last. The red deer leave the forest and begin moving to higher meadows. The alpine meadow lies at an altitude of 4,400 meters. With time, the forest's edge has shifted, but the meadow remains as the extension of the forest. The red deer is the second largest member of the deer family. Only the moose is bigger. A fully grown red deer can weigh as much as 250 kilograms. They travel between forest and meadow as the seasons change. In winter, when the meadow is covered in snow, they look for food in the forest, and when spring comes, they return to the meadow. Xia is a doe who has been pregnant throughout the winter. Very soon she will give birth. Xia leaves the other deer and seeks out some place private to give birth. The red deer is by nature a gregarious creature, and it's only during delivery that the female will be alone. And so a tiny red deer enters the world. Xia and Shi are names for female and young red deer in Tibetan. It's essential after giving birth for Xia to eat. This not only encourages her to lactate, but also rids her of her child's smell, which might otherwise attract enemies. Not long after the delivery, Xia leaves her baby to go in search of food. She is dried by the wind and is soon covered with flecks. When he hides among the flowers, it is hard for his enemies to see him. The first thing the young red deer sees of the world is the thick virgin forest. The normal lifespan of a red deer is about 20 years. That of a spruce is about 500. At the foot of Nanjia Bawa, the little red deer, the Xi, and the little Zhangqiong begin to grow.